I was like super certain that they were gonna come back to me like, yo, one of these three, this is the one, we want this one. But I sent them over to him, and then he said this. He said, I think the third one is closer to the vibe we're going for, something more 90s hip-hop, the lo-fi and trappy. Does that make sense? What is up, producer gang? This is Mac Marlowe. I gotta keep my voice down because I'm at camp right now, and I live next to a bunch of my neighbors and coworkers doing my labor job so that I can keep my visa extended here in Australia. This is what it looks like. I've showed this before in another video, but work is work. We gotta make beats, so we're doing it out here. So this week I'm working on a beat for a podcast intro for a client, and later I'll reveal to you guys who this person actually is, and I'll plug some of their stuff, all right? So let's get into it. All right, so first up, I sent them 3 ideas that I made that I already had kind of pre-made, pre-cookups, thinking that they would definitely bite on one of these. So I'll play the 3 for you real quick right now. So this was for idea 1, 2, and 3 initially. I thought they would like one of these 3. Last one. I just popped over a couple questions, like trying to find out more, like send me some samples of stuff that you want to hear. So they sent me a couple YouTube videos and things like that. And then I came up with another idea, and here's what it sounds like. And then I said, is that the vibe that you're looking for? They responded to that basically by saying no again. They were like, all right, so when it turns up, it's closer to stuff like this. And they sent me a bunch of stuff. And so I took a listen to that and a couple of the samples they sent me. And then I came up with these 3 ideas. And finally, one of the trappy drums. And they like those too. So I'll open it up here in FL Studio and show you the final beat that I sent over to them. And I'm just waiting to get home from camp so I can touch it up in my studio. But here's what that sounds like. So this will either be the intro or outro, whatever they decide to use it for. But this is what it finally turned out like in the end. And then the second one that they went with, which I personally like the best, is this one here. So yeah, and that was basically it. So to fill you guys in on this, the name of the podcast is called the Burnout Brighter Podcast, and it's one of my good friends who runs it with his co-host Darren and Destiny. I'm going to be on that podcast closer to the end of the month to celebrate their 100th episode, so I'm really honored to be on there, and I think they've done a great job. As producers looking at this channel, some of you are probably gamers, so the podcast is about mental health and gaming, and I think it's just such a good time to listen to and pick up on what's going on in the gaming industry and hear their absolutely hilarious chats and conversations about the video games they like to play, what they like, what they don't like, and just general awesomeness. So check out my next video. I'll leave a link.